get clear here. All right, Brad, help is on. 45 is on. Welcome to on. We're back there connected top. Got a third lane working row 7. Third lane working row 7 by the 9. We're back.
Talking about Chase Elliott trying to drag some cars with him way up on the outside, but it remains McDowell versus Reddick.
Yeah, but that's when those cars start popping out of line and shifting lanes like that up to the top side. That's when the momentum of these lines start to change, because the more and more cars that have to go up to that top lane and have to fill those gaps, the more it kind of pulls the back forward, and then that's when those accordions start to happen in the middle of the pack, and it changes the speed of that line.
It creates that opportunity, and there it goes. Look at that run that SVG got off the bumper of the 9 car. Here they come. Big runs, and they were accordioning on the bottom, getting into 3, which opened that opportunity up even more.
And that's what you want. If you're trying to create that third line up there, you hope that those guys have something happen on the bottom.
That's the New Zealander leading the third lane on the outside. Coming to 4 to go. When Michael McDowell won the Daytona 500 in 2021, he was third at the white flag, but a bad bump from Brad Keselowski in second to leader Joey Logano started the big one, and McDowell emerged victorious. Not today. Today he's been out in front more than anybody. 36 laps led so far.
Well, you can see, Clint, it just gets dicier and dicier every lap that you go. You see the back of those cars starting to bounce. You see the middle of the pack start to stack up.
I see SVG coming off the bumper of that 9 car again. Drove by a bunch of them as they stack up an accordion on the bottom, getting into 3. That's working for them. Keep an eye on these front cars up here. Their lines just keep getting tighter and tighter. The gap in between those cars.
Well, that's what we expect. We expect the pack's just going to keep getting tighter and tighter until eventually it spits somebody out.
2 to go, or 3 to go here. It's time for somebody to go for it. If you're riding back there, 8th, 9th, 10th place land, you got to make something happen.
Who will jump out in front of Van Gisbergen to try to pull that third lane? There it is, Kyle Busch.
Exactly what I was talking about. And here comes Gibbs.
And that's going to really open things up to change at the front of the pack. And that's what this outside line wants. They want those lane changes to keep happening at the front of the pack. But the outside line kind of got broke up right there and had a little bit of trouble.
Well, Gibbs stacked him up. When he was the last car to go, everybody had to lift. And that line deteriorated. And look, the rest is history. They all had the momentum. Gibbs kind of was stalled out, and as they approached him, they lifted. Boy, it crushed that line. Straight to the back, Gibbs and Busch.
When Bill France built this track, he knew that the seats in the tri-oval would be easy to sell, just as they've been for the last decade at Daytona. How about those seats down toward turn 1? At Daytona, they're a tough sell. So France said, let's put the finish line down toward turn 1. That's what he did. The leader in the middle of the tri-oval at Talladega has often not been the leader at the finish line.
And that's part of your strategy. As you roll off of that turn 4 with the momentum, with the energy, the timing of that, it is different here. It's a great point, Mike. It's coming.
Well, you want to be the leader right now, because as you head towards this white flag, you want to be the leader as long as possible in case that caution flag comes out.
It is Reddick at the white flag with 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. McDowell back to the point by a foot. Big push from Truex. Keselowski as well. Here comes Gregson.
Energy's on the bottom. It's deteriorating on the top.
Now, does Keselowski, is he wingman to McDowell, or does he have a chance to win this race? Off turn 4 for the final time.
Comes a run by Brad. There he goes to make his move. He's going to switch back over.
Oh, the block, and around goes the 34. And Reddick steals one.
That was almost exactly how Brad won this race, his first race. Huge wreck here, guys. Reddick.
Oh, my God! Great work, guys! Woo!
Tyler Reddick for the win. Everybody else wrecks.
You knew it was coming. McDowell was trying to block. That run was coming.
Ejected Michael McDowell drops the window net.
Didn't make it across the start-finish line either.
Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan will get to celebrate as car owners. It'll take a while to get the list of cars involved. Sixth career win for Tyler Reddick of Corning, California. Last win 17 races ago at Kansas, and it's his first win of the season. He becomes the 52nd driver to win at Talladega, and this becomes the 33rd Talladega Cup race with a last lap pass for the win.
Well, we knew it was going to come down to some of those crazy blocks at the end, and we talked about who needed to win this race, and Michael McDowell knew that he was in a position that he needed to try to take advantage of the opportunity that he had. He put some massive blocks on there at the end. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, this is going down the back straightaway. Brad just doing what he's done the whole time, and that's keeping Michael McDowell up in the front of the pack.
But I loved what he did here. He pushed him away and created a gap. He drug that brake, got this momentum built by Gragson off his bumper, and away we go. Make the move to the outside. McDowell blocks him high, goes to the bottom, and look at the energy coming with Gragson. Brad was able to utilize that block, pushes him, and that was one block too many on McDowell's behalf. Turned him around.
And look at Reddick. Maintain his foot on the floor and shoot through as mayhem develops behind. The first four cars get by unscathed. Reddick, Keselowski, Gragson, and Berry.
That's somebody on their side. I think it was Barry. Wrote the wall on his door.
Michael Jordan among those celebrating. All drivers have climbed from their car without assistance after a pileup at the checkered flag in Talladega.
So close. After 107 races, man, he was in position.
Always great to see Michael Jordan at the racetrack. Got his brand on the side of that car. Such an iconic figure, and
Perfect day for him.
yeah, and he is at the racetrack a lot. I don't think people realize how much Michael Jordan supports his team and the sport and his drivers, and how much he has actually put into everything.
Well, he grew up a race fan. His dad would take him to races as he was growing up.
Wow, how about that? That's a moment. Dad's over here